Welcome back to the Nightly Sports Call. Josh Taylor, Paul Zeise here in studio. We're taking your phone calls, 412-575-2600 on the Borders and Borders hotline. Also taking your tweets at Josh Taylor HD. Talking a lot of Steelers and Patriots, what to expect in this game. We will start in the phone lines. Let's start with Brad in Pittsburgh. Brad, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Well, I hope the Steelers took a long look at what Miami did last week and took a good check of what they got to do with Brady. I think they need to man-to-man on him the whole game. And also, do you think Harrison plays a big role in Sunday's game?
Thanks for the call. I think he does play a role. I think he has to. But to what you originally just mentioned to start off the call, Paul and I literally just talked about this off the air in between segments. We were talking about how Miami showed a little bit of, even if you don't get to Brady, just irritate him enough and cause him to make mistakes. But Paul and I were talking about this, and I felt that teams like Denver, teams like Houston, and Baltimore in the last couple of years have really written the book on how to get to him and really get under his skin. Those were games, Paul, where you saw those teams really irritate him, and you saw him yelling at referees, he's yelling at his teammates, he's yelling at his offensive line, yelling at coordinators because he can't seem to figure out why guys keep getting in his face. And if you can do that, like those teams have done, then you're making a big difference.
And a lot of it is getting pushed up the middle.
Right.
I mean, those teams were able to get up the middle. They were able to get there with 4. They didn't have to blitz a lot and commit a lot of guys. They disguised some things and then drop guys into coverage, and maybe
Houston did that really well in the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you have 6 guys showing blitz and 2 of them drop off. He doesn't know which 2 are dropping off. You've got to mix things up like that, number one. But number 2, to your point, he can't be comfortable back there.
Right.
So you've got to blow up the pocket, move him off of his spot, hit him a bunch of times, and hope that the more you hit him, the more frustrated he gets, and then you start to have some success.
I thought that was the difference with Miami. Those other 3 teams I mentioned, Baltimore, Houston, and Denver, they really got after him and hit him. But Miami, they only sacked him twice. But they did a lot of just getting him out of his comfort zone and really irritating him and frustrating him and getting him to make mistakes. Because let's be honest, New England's not going to hand you a lot of opportunities. They play you too disciplined of football. So they're not going to give you a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage of.
Right.
You're going to have to create them if you expect them to happen. But moving on in the phone lines, let's go to Tony in Brookline. Tony, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Yeah, Josh, there's 3 things the Steelers got to do to win this game.
All right.
Tomlin got to wake up and jam the receivers off the line. Number 2, Butler better get in Brady's face the whole game, and they better play man-to-man, or they're not going to win this game if they don't do them 3 things.
Well, I appreciate the call, but there's something that's important with all that. You're going to need a certain couple guys in the lineup to make sure that happens. You're going to need Joe Hayden to make sure that happens because he's your best cover guy. You got to hope Mike Hilton's involved somehow. You got to hope Artie Burns is on his game. Those 3 guys have to be in the lineup together and at their best for that to happen, because other than that, your best 3 man-to-man guys, those are it. You don't really have guys that are that capable behind them because you have an aging William Gay, you have Cody Sensabaugh, who's not a strong man-to-man guy, and Brian Allen is really more of a long-term project than he is a long-term solution right now, Paul. So while that does seem like a great idea in theory, you have to have the personnel to make that happen, because we learned last year during the AFC Championship game that's exactly what they lacked to make it work.
Yeah, and I think the other part of it is, it's easier said than done. Well, Keith Butler's got to get in Brady's face. Well, if you start dialing up blitzes against Brady, I mean, if you look at his numbers against the blitz, they're ridiculous.
Exactly.
That's not how you get to him. You get to him by your 4 guys up front beating them off the, beating them and beating their blocks and getting to him without committing more guys. That's how you beat him. So if we're looking in that game and they're dialing up a bunch of crazy blitzes, it probably means they think they have no chance of stopping him, so they might as well figure let's do what we can do.
Here's another perspective from Mike on Twitter. He says the Patriots look really limited against Miami. Miami was able to control the ball, run on the Patriots, and win. Why can't Pittsburgh do the same? Possession plus scoring touchdowns equals win. And that's a pretty good point, if only from the standpoint of Miami was able to sustain drives. And another thing that the Dolphins did was that they stopped New England on 3rd down. I think they were 0 for 11 on 3rd downs. That's really critical. And Mike Tomlin calls those downs possession downs. If you can get yourself off the field, which the Steelers defense has shown throughout the season they can do, pretty consistently. Now, granted, they did a lot of it with Ryan Shazier, but if you can do that, it helps out a lot too.
I would caution the 0 for 11 because if they had Gronkowski,
it's probably
5 or 6 for 11. And when they got inside the 5, the Patriots, a couple of inside the 10, what are they missing? they're 6'7" guy that they can throw the ball up to, and so I get it. And the Dolphins were running around saying, we just showed you the blueprint to beat them.
With no Gronk.
Without Gronkowski, it's a completely different offense. I would just caution you to say, they're not done yet.
And that's the first thing Mike Tomlin mentioned when they asked him about it earlier this week. They asked him, what'd you learn from the Miami game? He goes, well, they didn't have Gronk. It's the first thing he said.
Right.
So that does stick out in the middle of all of it. Another thing that happened, which is really rare, by the way, they got to the red zone, had penalties, made mistakes. It was a very non-New England-like kind of game. That's probably had another.
One other thing, though. Brady is 7-9 in Miami.
That's true. That's one of his Achilles heels.
It's just one of those, matchup things where he goes down there. The Dolphins play the right kind of defense generally to beat them, but when they play up in New England, it's not been pretty for Miami. So my point is, it's just a weird matchup thing, a divisional game. I don't know that I'd read a whole lot into that game.
Everybody has a foil. Brady's got Miami. Clayton Kershaw's got Chris Stewart. Just saying, everybody's got that one team or that one guy that for some odd reason has a shot at him and beats him. I can't really explain it.
Pirates have Billy Hamilton.
Pirates have Billy Hamilton. Exactly. It just goes down the line. Let's go back to the phone lines. Tim in New Freeport. Tim, you're on the Nightly Sports Call.
Yeah, and I'm saying they're going to have to cover their guys hard. Like they're going to have to do deep zone coverages, and they're going to have to do some blitzes on Brady, and they're just going to have to stay on their man to man.
Well, which one is it? Is it deep zone coverage or is it man-to-man? I mean, now granted, I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that with the particular understanding of the fact that they've tried cover 3 before, and Tom Brady killed him on it, Paul. Killed him on it. Now, if you can line up man-to-man and do it, and Tom Brady himself mentioned this yesterday. He said the Steelers will give you his own looks, and there's still some man mixed in there. He actually also said, when I look at this defense, it's still the Steelers' defense. They look like the Steelers. He doesn't see anything that really makes them look any different, which I don't know if that's good or bad.
Maybe
that might worry you a bit.
Maybe they have some wrinkles for him, though.
Maybe.
But I think the big thing is you want to try and confuse him as much as you can.
Right.
But he's Tom Brady. I mean, let's face it. One of the things that you see with him, and one of the reasons he's maybe the best of all time, in between when he's off the field, what is he doing? He's looking at those still photographs. He's studying. He's talking. I mean, he's trying to figure it all out. So you'll be able to fool him a couple of times here and there, but for the most part, you're not going to be able to fool him. Again, if you can get pressure on him up the middle, you probably can beat him.
Got to take another break. We come back, we'll answer more phone calls, more tweets. When we come back, stick around.